over the last several years, we have been doing something that we thought was a lot more important. And that is, for instance, with our expungements in our office,
Okay.
getting rid of criminal records.
So you mean to tell me that, okay, so for Charles, so somebody who you sentenced to a nonviolent drug offense, say back in the late 90s, early 2000s, could have served their time, finished their probation and or parole,
Right.
and you are now going to help them wipe
Help them get
those.
the record clean. So what we did is we paid from our own budget in our office a lobbyist, and for the last 3 years, we have been trying to get a bill passed before our legislators. We're hoping that it'll pass this year. And what it will do is, if you've got the criminal record that you described, if you hadn't had another incident in 5 years, then your record would be expunged and sealed. What that means is that person would be able to get a job. We looked at the other states in this country, and I think about 38 states have already passed the same legislation. And what was important to me is that in every one of the states where it passed, the unemployment rate dropped an average of 2.6% once it passed. But the other thing that's important is when they passed the law, the crime rate went down in every one of the states that it was passed. And so the lesson that I have learned is that you've got to still, as Bill Clinton says, you got to look at the economy, stupid, because it's that poverty that you talked about. It's that gap between poor people and people who have other means. It doesn't make any difference what nationality or race they are.
Right.
It's because of that gap. That is what creates crime.
Right.
If you move the people in Seattle to Fulton County in Atlanta,
Right.
if they had the same gap in opportunity and economic abilities, then I think you would have the same crime rate.
Certainly.
And I'm hoping that we will continue to recognize that, not fool ourselves to believe that, we somehow can lose or reduce the way that people live because of something that we do in the criminal justice system. We got to keep reminding ourselves, guys, there's something else that's going on, and the criminal justice system has to support those institutions, because those are the institutions that I believe will make the difference in keeping our crime rates low.